It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Dalton Schultz. He's in the top tier of the league, 5th in receiving yards so far this season. It's the Lions and the Packers, next on Madden Football.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. We welcome everybody again alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and CD, we've got an interesting test here today. One of the league's best passing games and one of the best pass defenses set to square up and see who can perform better in a high-profile matchup.
And you and I talk about all the time how fortunate we are to be in this position, to be around these types of games. And as jacked up as these fans are, how about these two teams? They've been looking forward to testing themselves against what is considered the best on the other side. This is going to be a lot of fun, a very exciting battle headed our way.
Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted lined up. Let's get some points on the board. And they're able to avoid that 3-and-out. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And now they'll throw with Allen. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Henry up the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will we will step aside.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Brought down at the 20. This defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you could poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
This is Lamb on the end around.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout, and that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
You get down in this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short game there, but can they do it a couple more times?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Henry again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry. with career touchdown number 175, tying Emmitt Smith for second most all-time.
And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Once again, we got to get it done. Here we go.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Smith. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now is Geno. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Geno now to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's #4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. first down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Packer pressure, and down he goes. T.J. Watt, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
The slot man in motion right. After the penalty, it's Henry.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third down, Henry. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On first down, Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen rolling to his left. Henry's got it out on the left side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They're going to run the jet sweep on third down. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Allen off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket.
He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On play action, Allen. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
10th carry now for Derek. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Now Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Fielded at the 20. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
That's right. It's all popcorn. Come on now. It's all like popcorn.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December,